Hello, everybody, my beautiful family of light. Welcome to this video 6/6, very auspicious day, June 6th, 2019. I was really interested in learning about this and what I have learned. So as you join me, I'll be talking about that. And I, again, find how fascinating it is to me that what astrology and numerology say has tied in so beautifully with the what the star mothers have to say on these beautiful cards. So 6/6, this is um, the third eye, or the chakra number 6. And let me tell you what I found out about just the 6th. And I'll begin to tie that together as you're joining me. So in numerology, the 6 is about the mother love. And when you look at the number, you see that nice round bottom, and that's sort of the pregnant part of numerology, and what could happen is right there. So we have that, and then we have the top, the little string. And in the astrology is the Virgo with the practical side and Venus with the love side. So that's in the number 6. So just interesting how the numbers look, how we write them and their shapes, and then what they mean. So the mother love is about responsibility and security and harmony and being a homebody. During the time of the 6, you might really feel like you don't want to leave home, and don't if you can. Just use that number. That's why I do this, is so that we can have hints and tips and guidance so that we can use that in our everyday life. So if you're feeling like, you've planned to do a lot of stuff around the time of the 6th and suddenly you don't feel like it, don't if you don't have to, because that's really what the outside is guiding us to do, and our inside can respond. So speaking of that balance, inner and outer, that's a big thing during the time of 6, because we have Virgo, the mind of practicality, and then we have Venus, who wants everything to be lovely and nurturing and nice. And Venus wants everyone to be in love and to have a happy ending. And of course Virgo wants it to be practical and detailed, and tell me when it's going to happen and how it's going to happen, and bullet points, very big on bullet points. So during this time, we want to balance those two. We're always looking for balance in whatever number is coming up. So the balance, the harmony between giving and receiving, between truth and fairness and the not truth, or the fake news, or however that appears to you. And this sort of seriousness can get to be a little too much, and we forget that we have a great inner knowing. And 6 brings that out. It brings out that place of our own deep wisdom and trusting that deep wisdom. And I like to say this is the time where you can fall in love with something because it meets all your criteria on your to-do list, or you can fall in love with something or someone because it just feels right. So you all, I'm sure, have had those opportunities in your life to look at what feels right and what looks good on paper. So 6 is about trusting the intuition. Yeah, great if it looks good on paper, but you're going to have to live with that. So develop that intuition, trust it, have faith in it, and let the divine part of the cosmos that's here to be with us and trust us and guide us. And let that be the part of this day, this auspicious 6/6, that you can delve a little more deeply into that, because our mental capacity many times can try to override our intuition. And we may, put someone on a pedestal for something. And what happens is that we begin to become a doormat because we're not trusting what the intuition is saying, and the pedestal is saying, yeah, they're this and they're that, and that, they look really good on that pedestal. It's okay if they use me. I'm happy to be of service, but really, we need to find the harmony and the balance there so we don't become the doormat, because that leads down a trail to bitterness and resentment and not harmony and not balance. So on the 6/6 day, we have this divine capacity for unconditional love, which is neither human nor mental, it is divine. So we have a chance for great trust and healing, and to be able to let that build inside of us again. We used to have that. We lived like that. And now, during this time of 6/6, the days on either side of it are supported. So as we go into it on 6/5, and as we come out of it on 6/7, let those days support that inner place of our own divine knowing. And so let's hear from the star mothers about this. I have a little, they're knocking, knocking on the wood of my brain and ready to come in. So if together we could take a breath and just come in to that place and space where we're balanced in the center, and perhaps see a beautiful, large infinity symbol that has its crossing right in our heart center. So it loops up around the head and down through the heart and all the way to the first chakra, and then comes back up and loops around on the other side. And as we breathe, we let that symbol of infinity, of infinite love, crossing our heart. We let our awareness open to the divine and to the message of the star mothers who come to be with us this day. Oh, our dear shining ones, we are so pleased to greet you this day. And we thank all of you who are listening now and in the future for what you do when you listen, when you practice, is you change. You change the vibration on the planet. Not even increments anymore, much bigger than increments. Imagine that you hear a car door slam somewhere far away, and that sound reaches you. That sound wave reaches you. You hear it no matter how far away it is, or if you can't see it. So that is what this work is like. And we say work even though it's pleasure. It's a pleasure to practice. It's a pleasure for you to gain insight within you. And we tell you at this time that insight comes deep from within your pineal gland. So as this infinity symbol that Meliha brought in for you crosses the heart, it also arcs over the top of the head. So be aware of that. This is the divine insight, and brings the heart in as well as the connection to the earth chakras. And dear shining ones, you are on earth. We are the heavenly part of you, and we reside inside of you. So this time for divine intuition, this inspiration to be more connected to your inner knowing, connected to that voice inside, to use that to create the harmony and the balance that is always, always with you. And every time you bring it forward just a little bit, just a little bit more, a little bit more, that wave goes out. We love to tell you this. We love to remind you this, because it's happening right now as you are watching this, right now as you are here live with us, or as you watch it later. Doesn't matter. The energy, the vibration, the wave is going out, and it's touching so many others, many lives. And it's decorating the morphic field with beautiful shining stardust. And that morphic field of stardust is reflective, and it reflects this energy, this divine wisdom, this heart opening, this pineal opening, this connection to the earth opening, supporting all of these parts of you. You are a sum of many, many parts, many lives, the human and the divine, all together in this moment, in this one you, this one beautiful human called you, unlike any other beautiful, shining human. So on this day, 6/6, we say to you, another choice point, another decision time, another time for balance, for harmony, for you to decide about the beautiful flower that you are opening into the world, about who you are as divine, and trusting that you are divine, that each part of you, your health, your relationships, your work, your abundance, all of your parts are influenced by the divine. And when you are standing outside of your divine self, those parts can kind of get off course. So bring all of the wisdom, all of the inner beautiful wisdom and love that's available right now, and look at the different parts of your life and say, how can I use the energy that's available to me through this portal of 6/6? How can I use this in all the parts of my life? And see what you come up with. Perhaps you will paint a beautiful picture. Perhaps you will say, thank you, Spirit. Perhaps you will acknowledge yourself for what you've done to get you to where you are. We are with you, dear shining ones, always with you. In the divine dance of human that you are, with the spark of the star mothers within you, we dance with you. And we step back now. We step back and applaud you for all that you bring to the healing of your beautiful planet. For you know that is why you came. And that is why we came. One and all. One beautiful beloved. We step back. And take a breath. Take a stretch. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Come on back to the now. As always, a lovely message from the Star Mothers. I just want to bring this back, this card, the Lemurian Codes for Healing card number 6, which is Star Center 6, the third eye. And see how perfect it is for this time, all of its parts. And here is right there. There's the infinity symbol that the Star Mothers gave us to begin this beautiful time with them. So, thank you for joining me. Thank you for opening your hearts and your lives to the beauty that you are every day, and to the support that we have from the cosmos during this wonderful time of 6/6. Until we meet again, somewhere in the galaxy, or perhaps here on the planet. My big love to my beautiful family. Thank you for who you are and all that you do.